Hello, and welcome to Learn English Podcast 360, the place where you can practice English slowly, clearly, and with confidence. I'm here to help you speak English with more ease and more joy every day. Today, we're going to talk about something that can change the way you learn English forever. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's something many learners never think about. Today's topic is thinking in English. Most learners translate in their head. They hear English and then they change it into their language. Then they think in their language and they try to change it back into English again. And that is why many people feel slow. That is why many people feel shy, or stuck, or nervous when they speak. But here is the truth. You don't need to think in your language first. You can learn to think in English directly. And when you do, everything becomes easier. Once you stop translating, English becomes faster, more natural, and more fun.
Let's talk about how.
The big problem: why translating slows you down. Let me tell you a small story. It's a story about something that happens to millions of English learners every day. You hear a simple question like, "How are you?" You know these words. You've heard them many times. You've learned the answers in school. But still, something strange happens. Your brain stops. You feel a small pause inside. You try to translate. "How are you?" said in your native language, and then said again in English. That's 2 or 3 steps. And it happens in less than 1 second. But this 1 second feels heavy. It feels long. It makes you feel unsure. You start worrying. Is my answer correct? Do I sound strange? What if I make a mistake? You know the words, but they don't come out. You feel slow, even if you studied for many years. You feel nervous, even if the question is easy. This happens because your mind is busy translating instead of speaking. Many learners translate every word they hear. It feels safe and familiar. It feels like you have control. But here is the problem. Translation makes your brain work too hard. Your mind has to move from English to your own language and then back into English again. That is too much work for such a small moment.
So you pause.
You worry. You feel stuck. You stop speaking, or you speak too late. Translation is not bad. It can help you understand new words. It can help you study grammar. But doing it all the time stops fluency. Fluency is not about perfect words. Fluency is about smooth movement. And translation breaks this movement. This is the big problem. But the good news is, we can fix it. And we can fix it in a simple, gentle way. Thinking in English is a trainable skill. Now, let's change your mindset. Thinking in English is not magic. It's not something only smart students can do. It's not something you need perfect grammar for. Thinking in English is a skill. A skill you can build with small daily actions. Just like walking, just like swimming, just like playing an instrument. You learn the skill little by little. You don't need to be good at English to start. You can begin today with simple words, simple thoughts, and simple sentences. You don't need long sentences. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need a quiet moment, a small thought, and a little bit of practice. If you do this often, even for 2 minutes, the skill grows. And soon, your brain will switch to English without translation. What does think in English really mean? Let's make this very clear. Thinking in English does not mean you must create long sentences in your mind. It does not mean you must speak like an English teacher. It does not mean perfect grammar. Thinking in English means creating simple thoughts in English. Thoughts you already have in your daily life. Thoughts you can say with basic words. Let me show you. These are English thoughts. It's morning. I need coffee. I feel tired. The sky is blue. I see a dog. These thoughts are short. They are easy. You don't need a dictionary. You don't need a grammar book.
You don't need to translate.
You just think the thought in English directly. This is how babies learn their first language. This is how native speakers grow. This is how your brain becomes faster. Short thoughts build fast fluency. When you train your brain to use simple English thoughts, something amazing happens. Your mind starts to stay in English mode. It becomes your default setting. You stop translating without even noticing. This is the secret. This is the step that many schools never teach.
But you can learn it right now.
And we will practice it together. Let's practice together. Real-time training. Now we will do a small exercise. You will practice thinking in English with me, right here, right now. I will speak slowly and clearly. I will say one sentence. You repeat after me. Try not to translate. Just listen and repeat the sound. Ready? Let's begin. The No Translation Challenge. Repeat after me. I see the sun. I feel the wind. I hear a car. I want coffee. I am ready for today. These are simple thoughts.
Short. Clear.
Natural. This is thinking in English.
No translation.
Just simple ideas in English, one by one. Your brain learns through repetition. Every time you repeat a simple thought, the English path in your mind becomes stronger. Action thoughts. Now, let's practice action thoughts. Things you do every day. Repeat after me. I open the door. I sit down. I read a message. I take a break. I smile. Very good. This is how your brain learns to think in English. These sentences match real actions in your daily life. Your mind likes this. It feels natural. It feels real. And soon you will start thinking these thoughts automatically. Why thinking in English makes you speak better. Now, let's talk about why this works so well. When you think in English, you think faster. You speak faster. You feel less nervous. Words come more naturally because your mind is already in English mode. You don't need to look for the right word. The words are already there. You stop worrying about grammar. You stop worrying about mistakes. You focus on the message, not the translation. Thinking in English helps you sound more natural, more calm, and more confident. And that is how real fluency begins. The 5-step training system to stop translating. Now, let me give you a simple system you can follow every day. It's easy, it's practical, and it really works. We're going to use 5 small steps. You don't need a book. You don't need a teacher. You just need a few minutes each day. Let's begin. Step 1. Start with simple thoughts, the 3-second rule. The first step is to start small. Don't try long sentences. Don't try complicated ideas. Keep your thoughts short. Keep them simple. Use the 3-second rule. If the thought is too long to say in 3 seconds, make it shorter. You only need simple daily thoughts. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. It's warm today.
I'm hungry.
I need water. I want a break.
These are short thoughts.
They fit inside 3 seconds. They are easy for your brain to use in English. When you think simple thoughts like this every day, your mind becomes faster. The English becomes natural. You stop translating without even trying. Step 2. Name what you see, the here and now method. Step 2 is one of the most powerful methods. It's called the here and now method. This means use English to name the things around you. Not tomorrow. Not yesterday. Right here.
Right now.
If you're in your home, you can name things like
Door, table, cup, phone.
if you're outside, you can name things like
Bus, road, tree, light.
your brain learns faster when you connect English to real objects in front of you. Let's practice. Repeat after me. I see a cup. I see my phone. I see the road.
Good job.
You are training your brain to stay in English in the present moment. Step 3. Speak your actions micronarration. Step 3 is micronarration. This means you describe what you're doing while you do it. This is very simple and very effective. You don't need long descriptions. Just one small sentence while you move. Here are some examples. I walk.
Isit.
I eat. I clean. I wait. These small action sentences help your brain stay active in English while your body is moving. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. I open my bag. I look at my phone. I write a note. I take a deep breath. Very good. This is exactly how you build English thinking in real life. Little actions. Little sentences. Strong training. Step 4. Use English for small decisions, daily micro-choices. Step 4 is very fun. I call it English micro-choices. Every day, you make hundreds of small decisions. Most of them take 1 second. Tea or coffee? Blue shirt or white shirt? Bus or taxi? Instead of thinking in your language, try to ask yourself these small questions in English.
Ask.
What do I want? Where should I go? What should I do now? These simple questions help your brain move in English more quickly. Let's practice some micro-choices together. Repeat after me. I choose coffee. I take the bus. I go left. When you do this every day, you begin to think in English without any translation at all. Step 5. Replace 1 minute of your day with English thinking. Now, step 5 is a small challenge with a big result. Replace 1 minute of your day with English thinking. Just 1 minute. You can do it. In the morning. At lunch. Before bed. 1 minute is enough to train your mind. 1 minute is enough to build a new habit. Here are some thoughts you can use. Today will be a good day. I can learn. I can grow. I can speak better every day. These small steps create big fluency. When you repeat these simple English thoughts every day, English becomes part of your life. It becomes natural. It becomes easy. The No Translation Challenge. Now I want to give you a fun challenge. This challenge is simple, and many learners say it helps them improve faster than anything else. Here it is. From today, choose 1 hour of your day. During that hour, don't translate anything. Keep all your thoughts short, simple, and in English. If you don't know a word, choose a simpler word. If the thought feels too long, make it shorter. If you feel stuck, breathe and try a different sentence. This challenge trains your brain to stay in English without going back to your language. Let's practice together right now. Repeat after me. I think in English. I can do this. Little by little, I will get better. This is how it starts. When you do this challenge every day, even for 1 hour, your brain becomes lighter. Your speaking becomes smoother. Your mind becomes faster. You feel more confident, more relaxed, and more natural when you speak. Before we finish, I want to leave you with a small message. A message to help you stay motivated. Thinking in English is not about being perfect. It's not about long words. It's not about speaking fast. Thinking in English is about letting English become a small part of your daily life. Not a school subject. Not something you only do once a week. Not something that feels heavy or stressful. It's something you live with. Something simple. Something natural. One small thought in the morning. One small sentence while you walk. One short decision in English. 1 minute before bed. These small moments are powerful. They slowly change the way your brain works. They make English feel normal. They make speaking feel easier. They help you grow, step by step. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. You're already doing the work, and you're already getting better. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed this practice, you can join me again in the next episode. We will keep learning together, slowly and clearly. Step by step, day by day, you can think in English and speak with more confidence.
See you next time.